My name is Kyle Neves. I am the Associate Athletic Director for Communications here at Colorado State in athletics. And our department oversees media access, digital media for our sport programs, stats, and credentialing is another big part of what we do. I would say 5 things that we look for when we deal with student videographers or photographers. First is building trust and a good relationship. It's a professional environment, so we need to have great professionalism. I would say flexibility is a third key. A lot of times in our business, things can shift, events can get canceled or moved, so you got to be really flexible. 4, I would say creativity. We like when our students that we work with show an eye that can really present our students that we work with and our coaches and our programs in a great way. And 5th would probably be just an overall good attitude. There's a lot of balance, that give and take that goes into this relationship that we build between my department, our area, and media. And so having a good attitude and just understanding that we're all just trying to do the best we can. And there might be some disagreements that arise, but at the end of the day, if we all know that we're working for the betterment of CSU, then we'll be okay. First, identifying which sport it is that you want to cover. Our department is structured in a way that a member of our staff is assigned to a specific sport. So you want to make sure you're directing that request to the correct individual. And then secondly, you want to make sure that whoever assigned you to that event, be it your editor or someone else, is also aware of that request so that we can verify that you are actually assigned to that project. Thirdly, our staff will communicate with you the proper process to pick up the credentials, either in our office, if we're allowed, or to pick it up at the venue. Truthfully, we like to know if you're going to be attending any of our sports, just so that we're aware if somebody's going to be in attendance. That way we can make sure we're providing good service. The ones that are a bit more restrictive, though, that require really a physical credential would be our ticketed sports. So that's going to be football, men's and women's basketball, and volleyball. Assigned shooting locations are a little bit different depending on where you're going. Obviously, if you're at an outdoor venue, like the softball field or the soccer complex, you can pretty much move around as you'd like. In Moby Arena, we have 2 boxes, both on the south side of the arena along each baseline. Each box has 6 boxes within it, so you will be assigned one of those 6 boxes. In Canvas Stadium, there's a solid yellow line that wraps the perimeter of the field. That is the photographers and videographers line. We're going to ask that you don't cross that line. You won't see it across the back of the end zone here, but you can traverse the back of the end zone and shoot as well. If students have an idea, something that they want to pursue, be it some type of feature piece, we would just ask that you reach out to the sport contact and pitch that idea. Sometimes we get ideas and they're awesome and they're great, and we definitely want to make sure that exposure happens. So when you're working with our teams, it is our responsibility to sort of be that conduit for our coaches and our players with the media, so that we would ask that you remain in contact with us about anything that you want to do. We'll try to be there and facilitate everything we can possibly do for you. We will have already made the coaches and players aware of this ahead of time, so they have full knowledge of everything that is going on. One thing we have to be really mindful of when we're working with media and our student athletes specifically is any type of sponsorship that might be visible. There's NCAA legislation that prevents us from shooting student athletes in front of that, and it might appear as though they are aligned with that sponsor. That's not us being difficult, that's us protecting their eligibility. If they participate in something, even if they don't understand that it may break a rule, they may have to suffer the consequences of that, be it missed practice time, missed games. In some cases, they've missed entire seasons because of this. And so that's on us to be mindful of those things and make sure that we're putting our student athletes in a good position. When you're working one of our events, professionalism is key. You're going to be sitting there next to professionals who are working in the industry that probably you want to go into. So we're going to treat everybody the same. We're going to treat everybody like they're a professional, no matter if they're a freshman or they've been doing this professionally for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. It doesn't make any difference to us, but at the end of the day, we expect everybody that we credential to handle themselves appropriately, to dress appropriately, and to follow the guidelines. If there are any questions, if something's not clear, it's our job to facilitate that information. So you please ask and over ask. There's never a dumb question, especially if it's your first time. It's really important for me and for my staff we understand that we work for Colorado State University, and therefore we work for the students of Colorado State University. And so for students that are working for the Collegian, we're going to do our very best to provide a great educational experience. We might disagree sometimes, but that doesn't mean at the end of the day we're not going to do our best to support you and make sure you have a great experience working and covering your fellow students at Colorado State athletic events.